Let's watch.
All right, hello everybody, and welcome aboard the Queen. Captain Andrew, we also have Captain Jim back here. If you have any questions along the way, be sure to ask one of us. I have a quick safety announcement. This is a U.S. Coast Guard certified and inspected vessel. Back here in the cabin, there are life jackets underneath the seats. We have portable life rings, fire extinguishers, and this is a no-discharge harbor, so please don't throw anything overboard. Please don't jump overboard. When you need it, we do have a trash can in here to my right-hand side. So you all picked a nice day to come out with us. We're going to be going to the open ocean right now to look for some of our local sea life. I know the spot where all the sea lions love to hang out. So we're going to get a good view of all of them. Keep your eyes open though. A lot of times we'll see sea lions inside of the harbor, and I'll be looking out for them. But if you see one and I miss it, point it out, let me know. I'll throw the brakes on and we'll get a good view. So Newport Harbor, this is the largest recreational harbor in the West Coast with over 11,000 registered boats in here. It's also a man-made harbor. It used to be the end of the Santa Ana River Basin. That was a long time ago. Back then it was just marshy wetlands. When the land was muddy, mucky, and all the water was really shallow. Eventually developers came in, they dredged everything out, and they turned it into the harbor that you see today. While doing that dredging, they collected the mud and muck from the bottom, and they piled it up on shallow sandbars to create 7 man-made islands. Here in Newport, we do have a total of 8 islands, 7 man-made. Only one of them was naturally formed. I'll point out a couple of those man-made jobs on the way back in when we pass them by. I found a little surprise for us. We got a sea lion taking a nap. It's off to our right-hand side. There's this boat with the brown cover. Then we're just past that boat. Look on the dock. Yeah, that is a male sea lion right there. They're kind of like us. They like to sunbathe. They'll hop up on a dock or a back of a boat, and they'll hang out there all day long. So if you own one of these houses that comes with a dock, you do not want to see a sea lion on your property like this right here. They're very heavy animals, and they actually can do a lot of damage to your property. They get a few of them piled up there, and they'll sink the dock. They'll break the swim steps in the back of boats. They even sink a few small boats here in the harbor every couple of years. Even if they don't damage your property, they're going to leave a big stain behind. They have very oily skin, and once that sea lion hops off the dock, there's going to be a big brown mark where it was laying down. Alright, so we'll keep on going, but it goes without saying, keep your eyes open. We may see some more along the way.
Laying upside down.
And right now we are passing by the Balboa Peninsula on our right-hand side. You all probably parked on the peninsula to get on board the boat with us. It's about 3 miles long, passing by the last mile of it towards the exit of our harbor. This is actually going to be the most narrow part of the peninsula coming up here to the right. There's a split in between the houses, and if you look in between the homes, you might be able to see the top of the sand dunes right across the street there. We have the homes here in the harbor. Right across the street, and those houses you see, they're on the beach. And you have the Pacific Ocean. So narrow right there, you can pretty much play catch from one end to the other. So as we're passing by all the docks and boats to your right-hand side, you may notice a lot of clutter out in people's properties. You'll see a lot of docks with boats overturned on them, buckets around them, spikes in some, and the same thing in the back of boats. Do you know why the homeowners put that stuff out there? To keep the sea lions off. You saw how they hop up on the docks to sunbathe. Well, all these buckets and spikes and barriers to try to avoid that from happening. It doesn't always work though. Sometimes the sea lions will knock the buckets aside and pop up. Sometimes they'll even use those spikes as back scratchers. They have really thick skin. They don't mind too much. And another celebrity home coming up ahead of us to the right. It's that stone house with the tile rooftop. Once we get a little bit closer, you'll see there's some children's play equipment in the backyard. That house belongs to best-selling author Dean Koontz. He writes a lot of scary, suspenseful novels, scares for watchers. And a few of his books have been turned into movies before. This is a weekend getaway out of his. He doesn't live in that house full time, but his children and grandchildren, they're always hanging out there, and they make good use of it. It's this house with the play equipment there. Stone tile rooftop. Passing it by now. But yeah, I don't think anyone's home today. Every once in a while we'll see him hanging out in a chair he likes to sit on. And this house to the right with the tile rooftop, solar panel on the roof, that place used to belong to Bill Medley, last surviving righteous brother. You might know him from songs like Unchained Melody or You Lost That Lovin' Feelin'. Lived there for over 40 years, longtime resident of Newport. Wow. He moved out a little while ago. Now he's living in Missouri, and last I heard, he's back on tour again.
In Missouri. Why would you move to Missouri?
And the White House, skinny rectangular windows, that place belongs to the Segerstrom family. They came to Orange County, originally lima bean farmers. They got rid of that farm. With all the land they had, they opened up South Coast Plaza, largest shopping mall west of the Mississippi, the highest grossing mall in the United States. Brings in about $1.5 billion per year. That's when they really started farming for cash. Look at that house, it's really big. It goes all the way back to the stop sign over there. It's about a 9,000 square foot house. It's such a big home. It only has one bedroom in there. And I guess the Segerstroms, they don't like their guests to overstay their welcome. No one gets to stay the night there. And home values, people always ask us about the real estate here in the harbor. The houses in the harbor area, they are pretty pricey. The cheap homes will start off in the $7 to $8 million range, and they just skyrocket from there. So we're going to pass by one of the expensive houses coming up here to the right. That big white house, gray metal rooftop. Well, that one's pretty new. It was just built a couple years ago. There used to be a nice house there before, and the older home sold for about $14 million. It was a $14 million tear-down project. New owners bulldozed it right after buying the place, and then they rebuilt this house now. Well, the people who rebuilt this house that were passing by, they very recently sold it. They sold that place for $36 million a few months ago. Pretty good in profit, if you ask me.
Maybe not. It was a $14 million teardown. Then they built that.
Next, you're going to see a house to the right with blue window shutters. You might be able to see the putting green in the backyard also. That place used to belong to actor and comedian George Burns and his wife Gracie Allen. They owned this house till Gracie passed away and George sold the home. The new family that moved in, they're big fans of golf. They were digging out the old backyard to put that putting green in, and they found thousands of cigar butts buried back there. And if you remember George Burns, remember he was famous for those things. Gracie did not like him smoking in the house though. And look at this house to the right. White house, white picket fence around the backyard. They used to have neighbors directly to the left-hand side where their backyard is, but they wanted a bigger yard, so they bought their neighbor's house, tore it to the ground, and now they can have nice barbecues there. Yeah, that's about a $15 million yard we just passed by. And that's how it's done here in Newport. You want some extra space? You buy your neighbor's house and tear it to the ground.
Yellow.
And coming up off to the right, it's kind of tucked away behind the sand. House with the green awnings. Well, at one point in time, that house was bought by an 11-year-old girl. It's bought by actress Shirley Temple. She was just 11 years old. She finished her first 4 movies, and she had enough cash in her pocket to move into Newport Harbor. She was really nice. Let her parents move in with her. And while living there, she's crowned the very first Miss Newport Beach. And that was at the age of 13. If you're curious about this house, you see the for sale sign on the dock. That one's on the market for $28 million. Not too expensive. That dock with the people fishing off of it, that's a public dock. There's a few different public docks here in the harbor. You can tell if they're public or not by looking at the pillars on both sides. You see those blue and white stripes on the top? You know it's public. You can walk out there, you can tie your boat up to it. And this one's really popular with the fishermen. Most of the time, they're just fishing for the halibut. That's white on the bottom half, black on the upper half where the balcony is. That place belongs to Debbie Fields of Mrs. Fields Cookies. She's in the cookie business. Her first batch ever sold was down at the fun zone right next to where you got on board the boat. Nowadays you can find her products in grocery stores around the country. Look at the last 2 houses up in there to the right. Those last 2 homes used to be one large house owned by a guy named King Gillette Razor Blades. He left his big house to his 2 sons and they inherited it. Now unfortunately the brothers, they hated each other. They could not live together, so they separated the house into 2 different homes. Younger brother lived in the inside house, older brother lived in that corner house. Take that brotherly feud one step further. The older brother hired a contractor to come in one day and extend that corner house out by about 15 feet. He did that just to take up his younger brother's view of the ocean. And that's what we call brotherly love right there.
See how it sticks out?
And all the rocks are passing by now. They are part of the Newport Jetty. The jetty is man-made. Outside of the harbor. To the right of the jetty, there is a very famous body surfing spot. It's right to the right of the rocks. It's called the Ledge. It wasn't famous for its big waves. There's been record height waves there, recorded at over 30 feet tall.